To share this message that I got. I actually got it a few weeks ago when I first got the news about my brother. There was this kind of spiritual heightened thing that was happening to me, even though I didn't really want to focus on anything but my grieving, but there were still these messages and these assignments and these things that God was still giving to me during that time. And so this was one of the things that I was given, and I wanted to share it with you all. So it came to me and woke me up in the morning where I had to get up and start writing this down, because a lot of the things that I share are really assignments and things that I'm supposed to get for myself, and then I do it, I get it, and then I share it, because I believe that's what we all are here to do, is to, once you get something that's for you, is to share it and give it back. So I wanted to talk about, well, happy November. Happy November. Happy new month. We just got a few more months left in 2018. And I wanted to support you all in a few resources you can consider, and what can support you in bringing in goals that you have for yourself and desires that you have for yourself moving forward as the new year is approaching. So I decided to call them the three R's, right? So the first R stands for reset, right? So it's important that we take time, now that it's the end of the year, to take time out to reflect on what were those goals and things that you set earlier in the year when January was here. What were those things? To really reflect on those things and some of the lessons that you've gotten this year, and what is it that you still desire to have? What is it that you want to have, starting in 2019? It's important to start thinking about those things now, because sometimes we wait till the new year, but we haven't taken time to really do the work prior to. So we're still operating from the year before when we're in the new year. So I believe it's important to start now, towards November and December, like start doing what it is that you need to do now, right? So the first R is reset. So what are your desires? What do you want? What are your goals? Like, think about that now in November, right? And then the second R is to release, right? So think about, what are those habits? What are those belief systems? Who are those people? What are those things that you've been doing that's been slowing you down from your goals? And start releasing them. Start letting them go. This is the season of fall, right? So it's about allowing things to fall away. And you can either consciously do that, decide I'm going to let these things go, and sometimes it just naturally happens. I've had plenty of situations in the past where I didn't understand why a friendship was broken off, or a certain person was no longer in my life, relationships or whatever. It's because they aren't supposed to be that close to me. They're not going where I'm going. Not that I'm better than or whatever, but I'm going somewhere that they're not going. We're no longer in alignment. So they had to fall away, right? To make room for the new. So the second R is to release, right? And also think about some of the material things around your house. If you got a lot of clutter, if you got paperwork that's been sitting there, if you got clothes and shoes and things in your refrigerator, all of that stuff, start releasing it. Start letting it go. Start getting it out and decluttering, because it does something very powerful for your mind. It clears up your mindset, so you can even think clearer, and be able to hear what's for you. And so release is the second R. And then the final R, the third R, is to replace, right? So once you release those old habits, once you release those old belief systems, once you release those people, those materials, or whatever it is that you're letting go of, you're making room for the new, right? So if you have certain desires you want to reach, what are the new habits you're going to start making? What are the changes that you're going to start making now so that you can reach that goal, so that you can get towards that goal? So because if you want change in your life, you have to change first within. If you want something different in 2019, you have to change now. It's important. Like, we can't just keep waiting to, okay, the new year's here, new year's resolution. No, 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 no. Start now. Start in November. Start now. Start releasing things. Start setting the tone. Start planting seeds. Start ahead of time. And you can really start at any point, but I'm just encouraging you all to start now. So that's the that's the thing, the last R. And it can be anything that you want to release and replace. Like, for me, I have some big goals that I have around, like, my business that I want to launch next year. And so some of the things I'm willing to sacrifice. I'm willing to release, to just fast from certain things. Like, I'm starting to minimize my amount of time scrolling on social media, wasting time. It's like, I got goals that are waiting for me. I have things that I'm supposed to be doing, and that's taking up too much of my time and energy. So I'm starting to, give myself time limits for doing that. So that's a new habit, of shifting a habit. I personally, I love chocolate, right? So I eat a whole lot of chocolate, but I told myself I'm going to let go of chocolate. I'm willing to give myself at least a week. Let me see how long I can go, but I'm at least give myself a week to let go of the chocolate, because it's about developing that discipline. It's about developing, being willing to sacrifice and let something go so that you can make room for something new. So I'm just going to briefly recap the 3 R's. And so the first R was to reset. That's reset, thinking about what you want, what your desires are now, right? And the second R was to release what it is that's no longer serving you, to release what it is that, those habits and those things and those situations that are slowing you down, to let it go, let it fall away. It is time now to let it fall away. And then the final R was to replace. So once you release something, guess what? You have to replace it with something. And if you don't replace it with something, something's going to fall into place. But why not be in charge of that? And so I just wanted to share that this is this came again from a spiritual download that came to me during my time of grieving the loss of my brother. This, I was consciously checked out, but I got this idea during that time. It was just amazing, like how your subconscious mind works. Like, it's still giving you, how God is still giving you information, still giving you assignments, even when you're wanting to check out. So that is what's up for me, and I definitely wanted to share that with you all in case it would be something that you would be willing to consider for yourself as you're thinking about growing, as you're thinking about expanding your life. What is it that you want? What is it that you're willing to let go of? And what is it that you're going to replace the old with, right? What are you making room for? What is that new mindset, those new habits that you're going to make in your life? So yeah, I just wanted to share that. I hope this has brought in some value to you all. And also, I wanted to invite you to my workshop. I have a workshop on November 17th, and it's called Vision Boards and Crowns. And we are going to be creating vision boards, and we're going to be talking about manifesting, how to manifest our goals and desires, and using vision boards as a tool. And I'm going to teach everyone how to make their own goddess crown. It's going to be nice. I've never done this before, and I'm going to personally crown everybody with their goddess crowns, and we're going to have a really good time on November 17th. So if you would like to join the workshop, you can go to goddesscrowns.com. I'm going to leave the link at the bottom of this video once I complete it, but you can definitely go to goddesscrowns.com and you can sign up for the workshop. I believe there are still maybe 10 spots left. I would love to have you there. So yeah, awesome. So you guys have a wonderful, wonderful Friday, and I will see you later. Peace, love, and light.